Tonight in a Charlotte woman's death in Mexico.
We are getting in some new information that a reporter in Mexico says is contained in the police report, and it conflicts with some information in the autopsy.
Yo, One Life family, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I wanted to just reach out to you guys and have a commentary session with you guys. Lately, I know I be doing the lives and I be trying to explain certain things, but as of right now, I feel like a commentary video needs to be put in place with the information and the things that I'm about to release to you guys, simply because I kind of debated with going back and forth about it. I was going to do it in a live session, but y'all know my lives, I be turned up and I kind of get into a different mindset. You know what I mean? I'm more turned up. I'm more distracted than I should be when I want to have this information come across as clear as I want y'all to, receive it. Okay. So right now, what I want to go into, One Life family, is the case of Shanquella Robinson, okay, and why the justice has been served, and this is really the halting point, okay, of justice for Shanquella Robinson. Now, true indeed, it's going on 14 months, and people just haven't gotten the answers that they acquire. But the answers to the questions have been there. The FBI has spoken, the State Department has spoken. So let's go into this whole ordeal, okay? Because I got some information. Yes, I'm going to release some new details in the case. I'm going to break down some of these details in the case, and I'm going to bring awareness to a lot of the information in the case, okay? So if you can remember, okay, Sue Ann Robinson, she stated at one point that the family was putting out this lawsuit because, and one of the main things she said that the lawsuit was so that they could get the discovery, which I spoke about a long time ago, okay? Now, I want you guys to understand the discovery, okay? Because, again, I'm finna break this down to y'all all the way around, okay? And it's very legal and it's very simplistic, okay? So, listen. Simplified, rather, okay? If you a person like me who've been through it, know the documents and know certain procedures, then it's very well, understood. So when you get a criminal case going, you're going to eventually, your attorney and you are eventually going to want to sit down with a discover package, okay? Sue Ann Robinson them do not have the discovery package of Shanquella Robinson. They have a package that, that Mexico has submitted to them and has given them, which pertains certain documents and things of that nature. But as far as the full discovery, I don't believe they have it, which is one of the reasons why they're saying they're trying to get the FBI to turn it over to them. Okay? Now, when you're dealing with a criminal case, a criminal investigation, stuff like that, normally, so the discovery is going to contain a police report, okay? That is your first source of information when you're dealing with a criminal matter. You got to get the police report. The police report is going to tell you who called the police, what was said when they called the police, what was said on the scene, who said what the police witnessed, and everything like that. The police report is the very first written document that pertains to a criminal investigation, okay? We have not seen an official police report, but we have read, or I have read, and for people who have missed it, I'm finna break it down for you, and I'm gonna show it to you as well. Okay. The police report, text and certain things from the police report has been released to us. Okay, starting with the medical examiner's office They said some things, which I'm finna show you right here, that goes into what was in the police report, as well as some things that Zuninga said last year, as well as some things that were released by Channel 9 News, okay? So things that were in the police report have been released to us. A lot of people didn't pay no attention, and a lot of people didn't understand the severity that the police report holds. So now I want to go into first the police report, okay? When this situation happened, okay, somewhere along the lines, medical personnel was notified, okay? A doctor, EMT, and a nurse allegedly showed up to render aid to Shanquella Robinson. There was a doctor there. There was a nurse there. There were EMT people on the scene. There were police on the scene. There were people on the scene, witnesses, and things of that nature, okay? All of these people were on the scene, and for about 12 to 13 hours, they conversed and got information and this, that, and the third, and people were notified and people were brought in and out until they concluded what they thought to be their investigation. This is Mexico, okay? At 2-something in the morning, when they said, okay, pack it up, everybody go home, this crime scene is over with, okay, it's time to go home. It's stated in the police report. Come on now, y'all ready? It's stated in the police report that what they have listed at the end of this ordeal is that the cause of death was cardiac arrest. That's what the cause of death in Mexico is listed as. Cardiac arrest in the police report. Okay, hear me out. For this to be in the police report as the cause of death, okay, the only way the police could have gotten that in a credible statement would have been from the doctor on the scene, okay? The medical personnel, the people on the scene would be the only people who can tell the police to put in their police report the cause of death is cardiac arrest, period. Now for them to put cardiac arrest on the police report, okay, is now what the cause of death is. Y'all keep up with me. So now, that's what police reports say. It's cause of death, cardiac arrest, time of death, things of that nature, okay? So when you say that, well, this person said this or this person said that, which is that she had alcohol poisoning and things of that nature, in the court of law, this is what you call hearsay. Hearsay is not credible in the court of law, okay? So this is hearsay at this point. I heard them say this, I heard them say that, I heard this, I heard that, okay? What's documented is cardiac arrest. Now, keep up with me now. When Shanquella's body is at the funeral home or whatnot, over with Elizabeth, right? They call and say, well, look, this is according to Mr. Bernard Robinson. Look, she got injuries to her neck and spinal cord, okay? She got injuries to her neck and to her spinal cord. That's initially what he said that they said. She had injuries. Along the line, injuries became, that was her way of demise. When Salamandra said it kind of took a twist, in my opinion. Well, that's what happened. But I'm talking from my perspective so people can understand where all of this is going and where we've gotten to. So, he said she had neck and spinal cord injuries. Now, that had to been that Sunday. I think he said he found her that Sunday where she was at. She had neck and spinal cord injuries. Now, this certificate of death, this death document that Elizabeth provided, it don't have no doctor's signature. It don't have a code. It's not correctly filled out. The form is not filled out correctly. So right there, it don't hold no weight, okay? But it's not filled out properly because everything was expedited and done. First of all, it was done expeditiously, and also it was done behind the scene. It was done illegally, okay? So you didn't go through the proper channels and the proper things to get this done, okay? Which is why this certificate that I'm referring to is half filled out, okay? Now you got the police report saying something. Now, the autopsy is supposed to override the police report in so many ways, okay? Now, normally, if there's a death or something like that happens, people don't do an autopsy unless, like Mr. Bernard say, they feel like something ain't right. Now, if you feel like something ain't right, you're going to tell them, okay, well, go ahead and do an autopsy and let me make sure that this, that, and the third, if it's that type of situation. So when Shanquella Robinson's body was back at the funeral home with Elizabeth, and they said these things to Mr. Bernard, they had only performed a partial autopsy. You got 3 autopsies that can be performed. You got a complete autopsy, you got a partial autopsy, and you got another, I can't think of the third one, okay? So you got one that deals with everything, you got one that deals with certain organs and check you out, then you have one that's just like a body scan type look over situation, okay? The type of autopsy that Elizabeth who performed in Mexico is not even an autopsy that can determine if you had a broke neck or spinal cord, okay? You feel me? Now, injuries to it, I don't know how she came up with that. It might say something about injuries. I'm not sure, you know. But my thing is this. The autopsy that she performed was not a complete autopsy. It's not the type of autopsy that looks in full capacity of what happened to this victim. Mind you, they already got in the police report cardiac arrest. Mexico and them, okay, didn't order a full autopsy. They went with what that was, and they relayed that to the family. Boom. Elizabeth, I'm sorry about pronunciation. Elizabeth tells this to Bernard Robinson. You know, she appears to have neck and back injuries, okay? Now, in the midst of her having this body at the funeral home, she sends pictures to Salamandra and Tequila Long of Shanquella, y'all, bruises and stuff like that. You feel me? But the word is they go right there. But of her wounds and things of that nature, okay? She sends her a picture of it. This came from Salamandra and Quilla, okay? They sent her a picture.
Say the coroner sent them a photo of Shanquella after she died, and she had a busted lip, swollen eye, and bruised face. None of that was in the police report. Erica?
So right there, that Sunday, when you got that picture, you knew there had been some fighting going on. So nobody had to call and tell you that. Salamandra said somebody called her, said they was over there fighting that girl, and hung up the phone. She don't know who called her. She don't know how they got her number. They called her, said this, and hung up the phone. That's what Salamandra said. That's bull crap. But anyway, they sent this lady, the lady sent the picture over there of the wounds and stuff. She tells Bernard, okay, look, the neck and back injuries, okay? She not, that's just really her opinion. Because mind you, it ain't been vouched for. It ain't been verified by nobody of a medical expertise, right? It ain't been signed off on. Nobody can corroborate her story. Nobody has agreed that this is what's going on. This is only something that Bernard has come back and told us that she said, and we see on this partially filled out certificate. Now, I'm finna blow y'all mind. What I just told y'all happens when you don't believe something is right. You perform an autopsy. Am I correct? So mind you, this finna knock your socks off. Elizabeth and them do the autopsy on Shanquella Robinson in Mexico. The body comes back, okay? The body comes back. Mr. Bernard and them get the body. The body is at the funeral home, okay? Mr. Bernard and them commissioned a private autopsy when Shanquella got back. They went and got a second autopsy then, okay? When they got her body back from Mexico, look at it right here now. I'm showing it to you, okay? She said she don't know how long it's going to take to get the results.
The family has commissioned a private autopsy. They do not have the results back yet. They also say the coroner sent them a photo of Shanquella after she died, and she had a busted lip, swollen eye, and bruised face. None of that was in the police report. Erica.
But Pete Gang, she the same one that went and throwed all that pump fake talking about some, I'ma exhume the body, knowing you already commissioned your own private autopsy. You waiting on the results. Now that's two. But then you got the FBI who reached out to medical examiner in Mecklenburg County, Thomas Owens, and performed their autopsy. That's 3 autopsies. That's 3 autopsies, ma'am, sir. Shanquella Robinson clearly had 3 autopsies. See, but the world ain't gonna sit here and pay attention to what's in front of their face because people don't read. Now, mind you, when I was talking about the case from the beginning, I was talking about the legal aspect. I was talking about the motives. I was talking about it from what I was talking about it from. But as I sit back and a lot of these documents I probably got everything Sue Ann Robinson them got. I just don't never really sit down and read through it and woo because I'm like, man, whatever. I already know. But when you read it, it's in your face. Now, Salamandra told these people they commissioned a private autopsy. What's the results of that autopsy? Okay. Now, furthermore, the FBI autopsy, okay, the FBI had the medical examiner, the pathologist, specifically test the blood that was sent with Shanquella Robinson for drugs, okay, for drugs and for other substance abuse chemicals, toxics, okay? That's specifically what they gave them the blood for. They wanted to know about the drugs in the system, okay? However, they said I'm finna show it to you. They said they weren't able to do something. I can't think of the terminology right now, but I'm gonna have the paperwork up so you can see it for yourself. But, so the FBI did their own autopsy. The family did an autopsy, and Mexico did a partial autopsy, a little scan over autopsy, and said what they said, which had no credible substance, okay? So now we go back and we look at the police report again. We got to go back to the terminology that has been fed over to us now. So when you look at this statement and summary, they came from, pay attention to me now. It came from the FBI because the FBI contacted medical examiner Thomas Owens and asked him specifically to do this autopsy, okay? When they asked him to do this autopsy, they gave him their police report so he could know what was going on. He states right here in his first paragraph a very detailed statement that is in the police report. And it is that when after this situation happened, Shanquella went on about her business. That's what's stated right here, coming from the medical examiner, which is coming from the FBI. The FBI information that came from the report over there in Mexico is that she was okay after the fight and got up and walked off, okay? That's what's in their report. I'm just telling y'all what the FBI is saying again, like I always do. What the FBI is saying. And y'all can believe it if you want to. You can listen to it if you want to. It don't make me no difference. I done always been honest with y'all. I done always pointed out what the FBI has spoken up and said when the world missed it. And I'm doing it again, okay? So now you have the FBI done went to this man and asked him to do this thing, and he's saying, look, the cause of death is undetermined. This is clearly what he said to the FBI. So the FBI can't determine a cause of death, which we already know. But I'm telling y'all, I'm showing y'all how important these documents and how important it is to read the things that are in our face. We'd have known there was a third autopsy. She wasn't going to exhume nobody because you already had it. We would have known that you don't have her property. That's another thing we're going to go into. And let me do it like that first. So now you got November, because mind you, all this is going on for a week or two before the world know what's going on. See, so the world didn't know about the video till about the time the FBI said, well, look, we done did everything we gonna do. Now, y'all can put the video out. We done did our investigation. We done got with the person to do the autopsy and that was on, I believe that was November 16th, November 17th, that the FBI got with the medical examiner office. By the 22nd, they had said it was inconclusive. By the 22nd, the FBI had said, ain't nothing we can do. We don't have enough evidence. That's what they had said by the 22nd of November last year. Okay? This year, April, okay, they come out with the autopsy results. Mind you though, the FBI had their results last year. So when they released these results earlier this year, okay, it was the same information that was they didn't say that it was undetermined, but they went on and said in April, look, the cause of death is undetermined. Because, like they said, the world was wanting to know so much, and because they seen the importance and the priority it was to the world, they went on and made a statement and said, look, we know that the world is very concerned. This ain't what y'all want to hear, but this what y'all has been going with and coming at us with in these letters and all this stuff that y'all doing to the FBI. They came out and said that's not the case, okay? We can't determine her cause of death, but we can tell you it wasn't from a broken neck and all that what y'all thinking. That's what the FBI clearly said. So people can put any kind of twist they want to put on it. But the truth of the matter is the family has withheld a lot of information from us that they knew the FBI had, that they knew was going to keep us running in circles. Okay? But every time they come out and make another move, it's just another slap in the face. They know they got 3 autopsies on Shanquella Robinson and continue to try to play with us and say, oh, I'm going to just exhume the body. But didn't exhume the body because you did that. That's why it took so long to put their headstone down. When they put their headstone down, that was sealing the deal. If you want to exhume or do any of that, your time or be before the tombstone, go down the headstone, however you want to refer to it. But that's down. You don't have to do a third one. That's why Shanquella Robinson came out and said it'll only complicate things more. Again, she said some stuff that they wasn't finna do. Just like these lawsuits. You saying stuff that you not gonna do. You wasn't finna pull the body out the ground to do a third autopsy, because you already got a third autopsy. You wasn't finna sue the Cabo 6, the civil lawsuit. You ain't finna sue the FBI. You not finna do it. Because I just told you, we still ain't, even with this, check me out. The arrest warrant out of Mexico, which holds no credibility nowhere else. Nowhere else do that matter. Okay? That arrest warrant matters nowhere else. But even the arrest warrant says the charge of femicide, which is gender-based violence, okay? They thinking that this person, at the time, everybody went to talking about, well, Dejanay is a man. This is a man. That's what they were talking about. Mind you, Mexico didn't know nothing about the video. Mexico had in their report for weeks, in the police report, the cause of death was cardiac arrest. For weeks. When they saw the video, that's when they said, oh, they realized this, that, and the third. Okay, we ain't finna take this charge. We gonna put it on them Americans. Yeah, broke neck. We gonna whoop the whoop. Anybody in their right mind would have did that. Ain't nobody trying to take the body. Nobody wants the murder charge. Okay? So the FBI, well, not the FBI, the Mexico authorities say, well, look, okay, there go a fight video. But because they heard, or people went to talk about the transgender thing, that's why they put the femicide. They didn't come out and say it was homicide. Woman killing woman over there is homicide. But because they thought it was something else going on, they put femicide. Now, femicide is the wrong charge. If I bring you in as a person under the charge of femicide, okay? I bring you in under the charge of femicide. Boom. You get there and you not there. Now I got 1 or 2 options as Mexico. That's either change this charge from femicide to homicide or let you go. Because I see that you not what we thought. Furthermore, it's already established that the video don't show an unaliving. So we can't charge you with the homicide. We got to let you go. You see what I'm saying? Now, also keeping in mind, Mexico court system work a lot different. But the basis of it is still going to be the same. Even if you take them out of it, you see, the United States ain't even finna let them play that game with Dejanay Jackson. We ain't even finna, not we, but the government, we ain't even finna let you play that game with our American citizen. Yeah, it's unfortunate what happened over there, but the family, the FBI, the State Department, Mexico officials, attorneys, one life. Everybody know it's deeper. Nazir said it. It's deeper than what y'all think. And to this day, 14 months later, it continues to be much deeper. Girl, they had 3 autopsies done. I'm showing it to you. It's going to be people that try to debunk it, but they're right here. They did an interview with Channel 9 News, said they don't know when the results will be back. Mexico said they did one. The FBI did one. That's 3. Now, man, that's why I say there's so much information, so many things that people got to pay attention to. The terminology is one. Even with the 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 FBI say, look, by her being found, this is in a police report, I'm showing it to you. By her being found in the bathroom, they saying they don't know. That's the whole thing. They can't determine if this was done, if she hurt herself or if somebody hurt her. And they even saying, this the FBI know saying, they don't know how she fell. In the bathroom, she could have fallen and hit her head or anything. They don't know. The only reason they wouldn't know that is if it's because certain information was held from them. Only people who was there working on the scene was medical authorities, police, maids. You feel me? Cause mind you, and I want to say this too, for people that you see, that's why I say people don't read the documents. They don't read the literature and things that's in their face. Nazir could not have been there on Friday when the concierge made a statement, clear as day. I'm going to show it to you. That Dejanay Jackson signed the man's name on the list. He made sure that he stated that. It should be noted that Miss Jackson signed Nazir Wiggins' name. If Nazir was there, he'd sign his own name. But again, people's attention isn't focused on what it should be on, which is the police report, the discovery, the legal aspect, and the truth. Why they ain't telling Mr. Robinson, Swan Robinson, Salamandra, Quilla, and one of y'all can answer this question. Did y'all conduct a private autopsy? And what do it say? Because you told Channel 9 that you had, and you didn't know when it would be back. So, again, there's a lot of things that people may want to pay attention to, because I got some more information that I'm going to be releasing, but I want y'all to pay attention to this up to right now. The police report say cardiac arrest, okay? Oh, okay. Matter of fact, let's keep going. Now, you talking about the FBI who has this property that they want to get their hands on but can't get their hands on. Okay? What they have to understand about this whole ordeal, because I don't see how people still haven't gotten this punch part of it. Although they have concluded their investigation pertaining to Shanquella Robinson, I done told y'all 1,000 times, these people is under federal investigation anyway. I've been telling y'all this since last year. Look, you got somebody working with the feds. You got some people that's under federal investigation. That stuff don't go nowhere just because somebody lose their life. You see how many people lost their life in the YSL RICO case, and them boys still up there fighting in trial. What I'm saying is, you got to know the law. You got to know what you're looking for. And more importantly, if you don't know some, ask, understand, listen. Because if you didn't understand how the federal government works, if you'd have listened to One Life since last year, you should have been unlearned by now. 14 months. Hell, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If people don't went to jail for the PPP loan, did 14 months, they back home already. They like, damn, they were talking about shouting when I left and went to jail. But at the end of the day, you can always learn. Learn the government, learn the system, learn how it works, so people can't just come along and tell you anything. I'm very intelligent, I'm very aware, and I'm very in tune with my surroundings, with the law, and what goes on what it pertains to. So now when the FBI tell you, okay, we ain't giving you this phone, that's what they want. I'm telling you, they want the phone, allegedly, their iPad, them laptop. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. I'm going to tell y'all something else. I wouldn't be surprised if the feds done went to Salamandra and them home. They done had to go to the house. The feds done had to go to the house. I wonder if they went to the house and done confiscated some stuff. You feel me? See, I'm going to find out, but it just now dawned on me. I wonder how the FBI confiscated some things out of their house. Or if some things, okay, put it like this. If Khalil had certain property, Khalil could have, because at one point they were saying Khalil and Shanquella was roommates. Now, if she had a roommate or was staying with somebody who was around or involved in this, the FBI could have this person could have been the one turned the belongings over to the FBI. See, that's why I say, man, this stuff is very deep and you have to stay paying attention. We're not just talking about the luggage and stuff that was in Mexico. Now you talking about if the FBI got her property in their possession and won't give it to you. They either got some more stuff that they done came and confiscated or they on the way to get it. One Life family.